we are here to talk about extraordinary attorney Woo Young-woo.
제 이름은 똑바로 읽어도 거꾸로 읽어도 우영우입니다. 기러기 토마토 스위스 인도인 별똥별 우영우.
One of the best well-rounded K-dramas I've ever seen, and of course it has become extremely popular, even mainstream I would say.
O to the young to the oo, dong to the good to the rummy.
And I think it kind of has the same effect as Squid Game. We are here to talk about why is it so good? Why is the K-drama so well done? And the evolution of all the K-dramas, the stereotypes. We have 4 topics to talk about. First of all, the plot, the evolution of K-dramas, feminism and representation, and love interest. So let's talk about the plot. All the knowledge I had about the K-drama before watching it was we have this girl who has autism. She's in some kind of law-related business and we follow her life. I didn't know there is going to be a love interest or K-drama elements are going to be placed around. I really didn't know anything, but basically the plot is we have this girl. She has autism and she's a genius in law and she's obsessed with mainly 2 things, law and whales or sea life, dolphins, stuff like that. I even did my makeup inspired by dolphins because I of course love dolphins. My tank top is blue and my pen is also blue, so the dedication here is unimaginable. Yeah, and that sounds fun, but it's so much more than that. The K-drama explores a lot her own struggles, and you might think, oh, I won't be able to relate because she has autism, she is disabled, but that's not it at all. She doesn't have severe symptoms. She is on a spectrum after all, but you can totally see signs of anxiety, getting stressed over social situations, and for me, for example, it's very relatable. We all go through phases like that, so it can be really relatable. If you see it like that, you realize the difference isn't so big. You also have the iconic K-drama moments. You have the cheesy romance, just in a healthy way. You have the awkward kisses, but in an actual nice way and normal way, because when I first had my kiss, I was also scared. Where do the teeth go, or what are you supposed to do? Because it's not natural for the first time, but all the other K-dramas or shows don't show that. Everything is perfect and everything comes natural, when it's not at all like that. You have the soap opera moments and of course the complicated family stuff, and everything is intertwined, very iconic for K-dramas, all of them do that. And you have a high school moment, a throwback to high school, delicious food, delicious street food, parties. Each episode she has a new case that she has to participate in as an attorney with her colleagues. Another thing is that she has friends or colleagues and all of their lives are gradually explained and see through a different life. For example, the mean guy actually isn't that mean, he's just fighting for himself because he had a hard life and he's trying to earn the money for his family. Being autistic is seen as, oh, poor you can't do anything in life. But I know after looking at it, I see myself in her and I see a lot of other people going through the same struggles, so it's not so different. Even though it might sound a bit boring watching law cases, they're actually very well explained. But we also see the perspective of those who are in the cases and who come up with the problems and their life struggles. Now, let's get to the next topic, that's feminism and representation in media. Nowadays, it's very popular and it's been like that for quite a while to include feminism and girl bosses that are already ridiculed and laughed upon because it's such a cliche topic and cliche trait of a movie to have the girl boss or to have the gay couple or gay best friend. I don't think that's real representation. I think it's really doing worse. I mean, I guess it's doing something, having some representation with those tropes, but it's also making the people that's trying to represent look bad because of the stereotypes, of course. Here, the feminism is all about Woo Young-woo. She isn't particularly ugly or pretty. The K-drama doesn't really talk about that, or they don't make comments, oh, you should change your clothes, because she dresses very modestly. But she's the boss girl that we want and that we need. She's looking for herself and she wants to be the best in what she's doing, but she also has morals. So she won't step on you like the other girl bosses. She is careful and humane. Her relationship with the love interest is very well done. For example, in all K-dramas, she in general is the errand girl and he's the boss. He has higher status, he has more money and a higher position than her. He comes from a good family, and then his mother would shout at the protagonist or something like that and say, oh, you're poor and stupid, can't be with my amazing son. But no.
니네 엄마 반대하니 지금? 아니, 우리 아들 잘생겼지? 키 크지? 착하지? 우리 아들이 아깝구만. 왜 싫대?
우리 은상이는 예쁘고 착하고 공부까지 잘하네요.
Here is totally the other way around. She has the better position. She's an attorney. I don't know what he does, but he's the errand boy. And he just happens to be there and drive the car for them or bring documents, stuff that are generally tropes for the female lead. So that's very refreshing. And I love that for them. She comes from the good family. You will reach to that later on. You will get to the drama. And I really love because it's not his drama in her world. Then you have the two big bosses that are like the villains here in the story. They are the CEO of Nbada company and then Taeson company. And they are both women who struggle with being a boss girl and also family dynamic. That's very interesting. We never see that in male bosses, male CEO, because they don't care about the family. They only care about the business. And that's celebrated. But as a woman, not so much. You need to also take care of the family. And it's true, you should be a good mother. But that goes the same way for men. Again, I want to talk about the representation of other people on the spectrum, LGBTQ+ community. We have an episode for each of them, but it's very well done, like a good steak. And in general, shows just try to force it on you. Look, this is important. Look at this gay couple, it's very important. No, it shouldn't be like that. It should be like, oh, they are part of society. And this case, it's treated like this because it's part of society. And the spectrum guy, he is treated badly because of society. And this is how things work. It's not like, oh, they are perfect and accepted by everyone. It needs to be organically implemented, otherwise it's unnatural. And then if it's not natural, it's forceful. You'll get people to hate it even more. Something that's not even true. So you'll get stigma and hate for these minority groups from nothing, from something that they are not. We are getting to the evolution of K-dramas. In the beginning, when I started watching them about 2016, 2017, the plot wasn't it. The storyline was kind of bad, but for that time it was fun. And you could see another culture. It was interesting after all. But I want to see how much it has improved because it has changed a lot. Starting with the camera quality and the storyline, it has gotten so much better. This is Hollywood quality, even better because there are stories focused on social problems. For example, Squid Game, who has dominated all the other shows, and everyone saw K-dramas as soap operas, and nobody took Korean actors seriously, as usually K-pop idols aren't taken serious as actual artists and only puppets. And kind of the same thing happened with Korean actors. When I started watching, I also saw it like that. It didn't look like they put a lot of effort into it. And if your plot is a 40 years old man wanting to marry a 16 years old, Coplin, I'm looking at you, then I'm sorry, I can't take you seriously. But now it's totally changed, and the actors that played back then are taken more seriously and are given better roles. Because of course you could have the best actor, but if you don't give them a good role to play in. Overall, I really enjoyed the K-drama. I thought it would be boring, but I watched it all in 3 days, and every episode has an hour and 15 minutes or so. K-dramas are going crazy. I remember the time when each episode had 20 minutes, 30 minutes. There were indeed 26 episodes or even 50 episodes, some of them. But it was short. You would watch them and then do your thing. Now you have to sit down there and watch it, and it's really enjoyable, but still a lot of time, really time consuming. It just shows they have a lot to say in those 16 episodes. 16 hours? 20 hours? Please appreciate my makeup because I really put effort into it, and I'm actually really proud of it.